हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, पीजी सेमेस्टर 1 जूलॉजी। नया टॉपिक स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। ऑर्गन्स ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन इन इनवर्टिब्रेट्स। मैंने आपसे लोगों से पूछा था कहाँ पर लास्ट क्लास हुई थी, ख़त्म। आप लोगों ने मेरा सवाल नहीं समझा शायद। मैं नया टॉपिक स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ, दैट इज़ ऑर्गन्स ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन इन इनवर्टिब्रेट। ये आपके सिलेबस में है। ओके, 3 ऑर्गन हमें पढ़ना है विथ एग्जाम्पल्स। गिल्स, नंबर 2 ट्रैकिया, एंड नंबर 3 लंग्स। स्टूडेंट्स, आप यहाँ पर कंफ्यूज नहीं करेंगे। हम बात कर रहे हैं इनवर्टिब्रेट्स की, इनवर्टिब्रेट्स के रेस्पिरेटरी ऑर्गन्स की। ओके, वर्टिब्रेट्स के गिल्स, ट्रैकिया या लंग डिफरेंट होंगे। ओके, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली इनवर्टिब्रेट्स। ओके, तो इनवर्टिब्रेट के गिल्स कैसे होते हैं, ट्रैकिया कैसे होते हैं, लंग्स कैसे होते हैं, ये हम लोग स्टडी करेंगे। क्योंकि लाइफ की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इज गोइंग टुवर्ड्स यूनिसेलुलर लाइफ टू द मल्टीसेलुलर लाइफ। ओके, सेलुलर लेवल ऑफ बॉडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, फिर टिश्यू लेवल ऑफ बॉडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, फिर ऑर्गन लेवल ऑफ बॉडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल ऑफ बॉडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। इस तरह से कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होते जा रही है। ओके, जब तक एनिमल्स छोटे थे, यानी इनवर्टिब्रेट्स की साइज, बॉडी साइज छोटा था, तब तक उनका बॉडी सरफेस एरिया इज टू बॉडी मास रेशियो, बॉडी सरफेस एरिया which is available for gaseous exchange बटा उसका बॉडी मास। ये क्या था? हाई था। कब? जब एनिमल का when the size of the animal is small. Smaller the size, higher will be this ratio. That is surface area is to body mass. और अगर यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म है तब तो बात ही क्या। ओके, पूरा का पूरा प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन ही अवेलेबल है, सरफेस एरिया उसका फॉर द गैसियस एक्सचेंज के लिए। ओके, लेकिन अब क्या हुआ है, लाइफ यूनिसेलुलर से मल्टी सेलुलर लाइफ हुई। ओके, यूकैरियोटिक मल्टी सेलुलर होने लगे, तो अब बॉडी मास भी उनका इंक्रीज हो रहा है। So what strategy they will adopt now to meet the requirement of oxygen in their body? Because there are cells present in the deeper tissues. How the oxygen will reach to those cells? Because the attainment of multicellular structure is very well foreshadowed by these invertebrates, in which the limitation of size are removed. How they have removed the requirement of limited, how they have removed this, the limitation of the size, because body will not grow more than a particular limit. Invertebrates, what they have done is they have developed a special region. They have developed स्पेशल रीजन. जब सेलुलर लेवल ऑफ बॉडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से ऊपर, टिश्यू लेवल ऑफ बॉडी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से भी ऊपर की बात आ गई, तब जाके the animals, they have dedicated a special region of their body for a particular, for this special function. So these invertebrates, they possess special regions of the body which are set aside, and that region is particularly doing only dealing with the only it is only dealing with the gaseous exchange. This is how they are doing it. So now these invertebrates have removed this limitation over them. Now their body size can be larger. Okay, because they have developed special regions in their body so that the surface area can be increased many-fold, where gaseous exchange will take place. We are talking about invertebrates, so you know, mostly invertebrates except few. क्या एक्सेप्शन है? terrestrial invertebrates, जैसे कि insects. Okay, although they are called as aquatic, but the snails, you can see snails, these are mollusks, you can find them in the fields. These type of invertebrates, they have developed special structures. Okay, so we will see first this one, then we will see respiratory organs of aquatic invertebrates. ठीक है, एक्वेटिक इन्वर्टिब्रेट्स भी होते हैं. ज़्यादातर इन्वर्टिब्रेट्स तो एक्वेटिक ही है, मरीन है. बहुत सारे फ्रेश वाटर भी हैं. Okay, they use gills, special type of gills. These are okay. Their larval stages also use gills, but those are external gills. Okay, but these ones, terrestrial invertebrates, insects use trachea for breathing. Snails use lung. Okay, even some other arthropods we will discuss later. They use book lung. Lung looks like book, so that's why this name, book lung. But don't think that the structure of these gills, invertebrate gills, this invertebrate trachea or this book lung and or this lung is similar to the structure of our lung, that is the vertebrate lung. They are different. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स? सो गिल्स क्या है? आर्थ्रोपोड्स. ओके, उसके पहले तो था टिश्यू लेवल, अब ऑर्गन लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आया, तो एनीलिड्स आर यूजिंग गिल्स. ओके, arthropods, aquatic arthropods, they are also using gills. Okay, aquatic arthropods कौन से हैं? क्रस्टेशियंस, they use gills. This we will see later, the structure of these gills. I will come to this here first. Trachea and lung, book lung. One point also you should note here, that is these organs of respiration, because they belong to invertebrates, so they are derived from ectoderm. These invertebrate respiratory organs are derived or lined by ectoderm. Okay, they are ectodermal in origin, invertebrates. और वहीं vertebrates में they are endodermal in origin. In us, these are lung is endodermal in origin. Okay, they are covered by endoderm. Fish may be. Fish is also vertebrate. They are endodermal in origin. Our lungs are also endodermal. So this we have to see invertebrates only as far as your syllabus is concerned. So why it is needed, how they have overcome this limitation, by dedicating a special region of their body for this function. Okay, smaller invertebrates, as they are aquatic, their large surface provides an adequate area for exchange of gases. So the smaller invertebrates have the advantage over this. But the larger invertebrates which have large bodies, okay, because their body is large, so this ratio, which is body surface area which is available for gaseous exchange divided by body mass, so body mass will be high, so this ratio will be small. So because of this, larger invertebrates having larger body are having a relatively smaller surface area compared with the smaller invertebrates. Okay, the, that is why they need an external covering, an external organ, or an external surface, or an extra surface, or extra membrane where the gaseous exchange will take place. And that extra need of that extra structure, that is the respiratory organ. In some cases it is trachea, lung. So we will see one by one. So first we will see trachea. See, tracheal systems are present in insects. It is present in insects, all insects. Insects are arthropods. ओके, मोटा मोटी आपको यहाँ बता ही दी। अब देखिए, इंसेक्ट्स में एक पिक्यूलियर खास बात यह भी है कि insect respiration is independent of its circulatory system. Insect respiration is independent of its circulatory system. मतलब हवा जो बॉडी के अंदर आई ट्रैकिया में, वहाँ पर ब्लड में, उनके हीमोलिम्फ में गैसियस एक्सचेंज नहीं हुआ, डायरेक्ट रेस्पिरेशन हो रहा है। यहाँ पर डायरेक्टली एटमॉस्फेरिक ऑक्सीजन इज रीचिंग टू द cells, and locally over their cells or in that tissue there some amount of fluid might be there. Okay, but it is not connected with the circulatory system as in the case of vertebrates you see. Okay, therefore here blood does not play a direct role in the oxygen transport. Okay, so these insects have a highly specialized type of respiratory system. They have highly specialized type of respiratory system. Sorry. Okay, and that respiratory system is called as, and it is called as tracheal system. This tracheal system constitutes, it is made up of a framework of or a network of small tubes. This tracheal system consists of network of small tubes, many small tubes. सो आप इमेजिन कीजिए कि बहुत सारे स्मॉल ट्यूब, जैसे पाइपलाइन हो बहुत सारा, जैसे किसी एक बहुत भीड़ वाले हाईली डेंसली पैक्ड कोई मोहल्ला में हर घर नल योजना वाला नल पूरा जाल बिछा हुआ है, पाइप की पाइप, उसी तरह बहुत सारे ट्यूब्स, स्मॉल स्मॉल ट्यूब्स जो हैं, इस ट्यूब का नेटवर्क है, एक ट्यूबुलर नेटवर्क है बॉडी में. ओके, so the respiratory system, so that tubular network is called as tracheal system. That is the network of small tubes, and these small tubes carries oxygen. Okay, carries oxygen not to a particular region of the body, बल्कि to the entire body. इंसेक्ट के पूरे बॉडी में एक ट्यूब का जाल बिछा है, उससे डायरेक्टली हवा जो है ऑक्सीजन इनके सेल्स तक पहुंच जाती है, पोर पोर तक पहुंच जाती है, इंटायर बॉडी. सो दिस ट्रैकियल सिस्टम, they have advantage. This is the, because this is direct, तुरंत. So the tracheal system is the most direct and efficient respiratory system, and this is making these animals very active. So you can write now down it, that this, because this tracheal system, this tracheal system is direct से भी अच्छा बोल रहेगा, मोस्ट डायरेक्ट, एकदम डायरेक्ट सेल तक, मोस्ट डायरेक्ट एंड इफिशियंट रेस्पिरेटरी सवाल अगर पूछ दिया जाए ऑब्जेक्टिव कि डायरेक्ट एंड मोस्ट एफिशिएंट रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम, नेम एन एनिमल, बोल दो सीधा मक्खी, मच्छर. ओके, कोई भी इंसेक्ट, सिल्कवर्म, when they are in this stage, not in the larval stage, when they are at this adult stage. So this is the tracheal system is the most direct and efficient respiratory system which makes these animals, these flies, very active. Okay, और इनके ट्यूब्स जो हैं वो बने हैं, these tracheal tubes are made up of polymeric material called chitin. ठीक है, polymeric काइटिन। देखिए सिंपल है एकदम, आपको डायग्राम बनाने की बहुत ज़्यादा डिफ़िकल्ट नहीं है। किसी भी इंसेक्ट के आप देखेंगे तो दो तीन रीजन होता है उसका, एक हेड रीजन, एक थोरैसिक रीजन, एक एब्डोमिनल रीजन। ओके, यहाँ एंटीना रहेगा, यहाँ कंपाउंड आई रहेगा, तो उसके हेड रीजन में नहीं, थोरैसिक रीजन एंड एब्डोमिनल रीजन। उसके एब्डोमिनल रीजन और थोरैसिक रीजन में एक मेन ट्यूब रहेगा, और ये फिर इसके ब्रांचेज, बहुत सारे ब्रांचेज होंगे। ओके, और इनको हम स्पाइरेकल्स कहते हैं। स्पाइरेकल्स, ओके, दिस इज ट्रैकियल ट्रैकिया, trachea. So this trachea and spiracles, trachea plus spiracles is equal to tracheal system. समझ में आ रही बात? सो इंसेक्ट के बॉडी में दे हैव ओपनिंग्स। ये स्पाइरेकल जो है बॉडी पर बाहर की तरफ ओपनिंग है, छेद है, छिद्र है, ये समझ लो। ओके, दीज आर द ओपनिंग्स called spiracles, and they are present in thorax and abdominal region of the insect, and these openings connect this tubular network. Okay, so after this connection, atmospheric oxygen, because they are all connected, atmospheric oxygen is passing into the body, and in the body diffusion of CO2 and water vapor is also taking place, because source is of CO2 is inside the body, so there at the source concentration will be always be higher, so the CO2 will come out of the body to this through this tracheal system, and it will go out with the spiracles automatically, and fresh air from the spiracles, oxygen will be in higher concentration, it will be diffused and it will reach to the tissues. Okay, okay students, So this is about the tracheal system present in the insects. Next we will see lung. How these lungs are, means lungs are present in snails, means in mollusks, and in some arthropods also. Particular type of a lung is basically a, there is a type of lung which is, all these organs are present in terrestrial invertebrates, like these insects in which tracheal system is present. Many such tracheal systems are present in the insect body. Okay, so the tracheal system is one example which is present in insect. Second example is lungs. These are called lungs, but don't confuse it with the structures which look, it doesn't look like our lung. Okay, this is totally different type of lung. It is just an upper part of the gill chamber which is separated from rest of the gills. Okay, so this is a gill, this is the gill chamber. Okay, but this upper part of the gill chamber is separated from, ये अलग हो गया. नॉर्मल तो ऐसा था, अब ये अलग हो गया. And this has formed a closed chamber. Okay, closed chamber or a blind chamber, and over this blind chamber a vascular tuft is present. Vascular network of capillaries are present. This is lung, simplest, but this is present in only one gill. That is, basically this is modified gill. Example is, basically there is a one terrestrial arthropod, its genus is Birgus. Example. Number 3. Book lungs. Book lungs are basically very interesting to know, because what you see is, there, I'm not going in that much detail because syllabus will become lengthy. There are many types of lungs. Okay, this is one type. Crab is an aquatic arthropod and it comes to land also. It has branchiostegial lung. Okay. And this is a terrestrial adaptation in which I sorry, I started with the book lung, but चूंकि अब यहाँ पर ब्रैंकियोस्टेजियल लंग का चर्चा आएगा, क्रैब में होता है, तो it is present in the air breathing arthropod which is crab. ओके, कोकोनट क्रैब, हर्मिट क्रैब, इस सब में होता है. और इसके अंदर, इस गिल के अंदर there are many folds are present so that the surface area increases. Similarly, in gills also there are many folds where the surface area is increased, but the gills are meant for the aquatic mode of respiration. Okay, but when the crab is present on the land, then they use this lung. Okay, these are the moist surfaces, and this type of structure is more suited for the absorption of oxygen from air rather than water. Okay. कुछ दूसरे क्रैब्स में ये ब्रैंकियोस्टेजियल लंग के नहीं भी होता है, जैसे हर्मिट क्रैब, उसमें मल्टीपल गिल्स होते हैं, और जैसा लंग अभी ये बताया है, इस टाइप का लंग्स भी होता है उसमें. स्मॉल लंग्स आर ऑल्सो देयर एंड मल्टीपल गिल्स. So they use variety of methods for the gas diffusion. Okay. कुछ बहुत सारे आर्थ्रोपोड्स बॉडी सरफेस से, जिस मैंने बताया, इंसेक्ट्स बाय ट्रैकियल सिस्टम दे रेस्पायर. स्पाइडर्स यानी मकड़ी और माइट्स, जो टर्माइट वगैरह माइट्स जो बोर करते हैं आर्थ्रोपोड्स, वो सब वो अपने बॉडी सरफेस से भी गैसेस एक्सचेंज कर सकते हैं, स्पाइडर्स भी और ये. लेकिन छोटे मकड़ियाँ. जो बड़े स्पाइडर्स हैं, लार्ज स्पाइडर्स, स्कॉर्पियंस, and some other arthropods large arthropods they use a primitive type of structure which is book lung. Okay. बुक लंग, आप देखो ऐसा होता है स्ट्रक्चर उसका बुक जैसा. There are many such folds present in the ventral side of the body, and the air will enter through this, and it will be distributed in these lamellas, and blood will come from the opposite direction. Blood will bath these spaces, and at these surfaces gaseous exchange will take place between blood and the air filled these lamellas. Okay, students, and these are blind sacs. You can also call them blind sacs. Okay, so these book lungs are present in which animals? Large spiders, scorpions, and some other large arthropods. Okay. Because these lamellas are highly vascular and they are also arranged parallelly, and these leaves are like books, and these leaves are bearing air spaces filled with air. Okay, so these are present in scorpions. Okay, students, so far we have seen lungs, book lungs, trachea. These are special respiratory organs which we see in invertebrates. In next class, we will see type of gills present in invertebrates which are used for